Alright. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the WWE Survivor Series 2018 review. This was a great show. Better than War Games. Better than any NXT show ever put on. Yeah. If you believe any of the words that are coming out of my mouth right now, you're delusional. And on top of that, I'm just fucking with you. Because not one fucking thing that WWE produces gives you the idea that this is a noteworthy show to be anywhere compared to NXT TakeOver. I'm sorry, guys. This show had 4 good matches. Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one match was good. The Cruiserweight title match with Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali was good. And then the last 2 matches of the show was good. Here's my major gripe on the whole entire show. We're supposed to have Raw versus SmackDown. By halfway through the show, it was already taken away from SmackDown to even have a chance at winning the entire series of matches for the rest of the show. Raw won 3 in a row. Then they won the Survivor Series traditional matchup. And then the last 2 matches. Now, somebody tell me in all logic here, what was the point of the last 2 matches if they couldn't even win the Survivor Series traditional match, which would have led the event to be 3-1? Any answers? Well, one, I'm recording this, so I can't really get an answer, but even if I was in front of you right now, you couldn't give me a good answer outside of, no, there was no reason for the rest of the show to continue, because they had nothing to fight for from that point. Raw would have won no matter what. Once again, WWE proving on its main roster it has no logical sense. Good job, WWE. Granted, the last 2 matches, if you ignore the logic of this show, you had 2 really good matches, a co-main event and a main event matchup that was outstanding. The rest of the card, though, you could take it or leave it. Seth Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura was great. I had fun watching this matchup. It was decent. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. The Cruiserweight Championship match, I give that a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very decent matchup. Charlotte and Ronda Rousey one-on-one, I enjoyed the living hell out of this except for the ending. But if you think about it, it makes sense. Now, I hope that doesn't lead to Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble and facing Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Because I don't want to see that. I want to see Becky Lynch get the shot at Ronda Rousey. I want to see Charlotte take the title from Becky Lynch with this new heel turn she made tonight and use it as fuel to the fire to help her defeat her former best friend and win the Women's Championship. That is what I want to see, and I want to see it at TLC. And I want to see that as the main event of the show. Them in a ladder match. That would be fucking awesome. What else could I say for this show? Daniel Bryan, heel, face, it don't matter. I like the guy. I think he's crazy as a Looney Tune right now playing a heel, but he looks great doing it, especially against a guy like the size of Brock Lesnar. The mentality that he had in this match was the right way to go. With him being as small as he was, he had to cheat to win. Or at least try to win. In that case, because Brock Lesnar beat him anyway. But regardless of all that, him cheating helped him get into this match, making it a reasonable match to watch. it was very enjoyable watching this main event. I mean, despite the fact that he was getting his ass kicked for the first 5 to 10 minutes, it was very boring. But once he made that low blow on Brock Lesnar, the match turned around really quick, which was very nice to see, and it gave it a good solid reason for it to be the main event. Now, my overall opinion of this was a 4 out of 5 stars. Reason being, the volume of the crowd got louder and louder, which with each and every maneuver Daniel Bryan started performing on Brock Lesnar midway through after the low blow, and he just kept trying and trying and trying, giving us that old school good guy mentality Daniel Bryan with a touch of heelness to it. I actually really enjoyed that. If that's what we're going to see a lot, I look forward to it. I like it. If he turns into an anti-hero and not a full-fledged heel type of deal, I think that would be awesome. Him full-on heel, I don't know about. That's not something I think is something that we should see. But they're going to do whatever they're going to do. So that's all there is to it. Let's see here. The startup of the show. Startup of this show is a fucking joke. The women's division on Raw and SmackDown competed against each other, and Nia Jax picks up the victory, beating both. I'm trying to remember the name. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Nia Jax ends up beating Asuka though. Asuka managed to get a couple of pinfall victories, and eventually Sasha Banks tagged in Nia. Actually, didn't tag in. She shoved Sasha Banks off the top rope, and managed to then get tagged in by Nia Jax, and then she just came in and beat the hell out of Asuka after Asuka made all these pinfalls and eliminations. Now, this match sucked big time, and I really think Asuka should have won this again the same way she won last year. Good reason being is the fact that Nia Jax doesn't deserve to win anything. She broke Becky Lynch's nose and cost a possible. They could have made this maybe a main event matchup for Survivor Series. It had the most heat behind it, most energy behind it, and it was taken away because of what Nia Jax did by accident. And they give her a win? Like, where is the logic here? They call that a punishment. You just screwed over millions of people opportunity to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey, and we don't get to see that. That's a fucking joke. Bottom line. This match was 2 out of 5 stars. It was an okay match, but it was nothing to cry home about. Mandy Rose was the new entry of SmackDown, and they just lost. So who fucking cares? Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura was next. I already explained this match was a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very decent action, back and forth. Didn't really know who was going to win the match, but eventually we got Seth Rollins to pick up the victory with a curb stomp and a 1-2-3. Next match after that was AOP versus The Bar. The Bar actually lost this match due to a distraction of Drake Maverick pissing in his pants. How? Well, Big Show had him by the throat, was going to choke slam him off the apron, and he was peeing in his pants. Everybody started laughing their brains out, and AOP picked up the victory with their finishing maneuver and won the match. So their manager peed in their pants for victory. Wow. What a boring ass fucking match it was, number one. I give this match a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was a little bit better than the women's Survivor Series matchup, so I'm not going to be that harsh, but still, that was pretty fucking pathetic. Anyway, Buddy Murphy versus Mustafa Ali. Decent matchup like this one as well. Went back and forth. It was good action, and overall, I enjoyed it. I give this matchup a 3.5 out of 5 stars, as I mentioned once before. Buddy Murphy retained his Cruiserweight Championship belt. Next match after that was the Survivor Series traditional match. We had Finn Balor, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley against SmackDown, of course, with The Miz, Jeff Hardy, Shane McMahon, Rey Mysterio, and Samoa Joe, who, by the way, was the first one eliminated. The big submission machine was eliminated first. First guy eliminated on the SmackDown roster. Yep. He's a real threat and a load of crap. I don't understand this. You hype the guy up so much and then you get him to do nothing. He doesn't even last as one of the remaining survivors on the team. At the end of the match, he's the first one eliminated. Like, where the fuck is the logic there? I'm telling you, folks, this company has got screws loose. Not to mention they got everyone turning heel. This one's turning... They've got all kinds of crazy shit going on. People don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're out of their fucking minds. They're doing mishaps and getting rewards for it, like Nia Jax. I mean, like, what the fuck is going on in the WWE main roster? And then we got Lars Sullivan being advertised as coming soon to the WWE. What the fuck would he be going to the main roster? He's not horrible, and I like Lars Sullivan, but he is not ready for a main roster run. This guy will not make it. They will lose track of him. They will not find ways to be able to keep this guy relevant, and he will go into obscurity. No doubt about it. He will be worse than Braun Strowman ever could be. Braun Strowman was hyped up. He was pushed. He was given countless WWE Universal Championship opportunities, and they never gave him the fucking belt. So what's going to be any different than Lars Sullivan? I mean, a Lars Sullivan versus fucking Braun Strowman would be an outstanding matchup for WrestleMania even. But at the end of the day, what is Lars Sullivan going to gain? Is he going to be ready for something like this? I don't think so. Aleister Black is more ready for a main roster run than Lars Sullivan ever could be. He needs to stay in NXT. But he's going to go to the main roster. He's going to be eaten. He's going to be chewed up and spit out. Bottom line. He ain't going to make it. He's going to become irrelevant. And nobody's going to care about him. And everything that he's been doing in NXT that's been successful is going to go for nothing. So whatever. Who cares? So yeah. Samoa Joe is the first one eliminated. And we pretty much got a breakdown. By the time it came down 3-3, I think Finn Balor got eliminated, and I'm trying to think of who else on Raw got eliminated. I think it was Dolph Ziggler was eliminated. So Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler were the two guys eliminated on Raw, and then on SmackDown, it became 3-3. Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe were eliminated. Came down 3-3. Rey Mysterio got eliminated by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman eliminated Shane McMahon immediately afterwards, after a couple of maneuvers done to him. and The Miz went ahead and he moved out of the way, getting Shane McMahon to get knocked on his ass, and then had Shane McMahon get power slammed onto the mat, got the 1, 2, 3, and Miz just got the same thing, power slam. That was it. That is your Survivor Series traditional matchup. Now let me propose something to you guys. Wouldn't it make more sense if you're gonna do Survivor Series, instead of all these matches all thrown together? Why don't we just have one Survivor Series Raw versus SmackDown match? Traditional rules, 5-on-5. The winner gets the main event of WrestleMania. So whichever brand wins gets the last match on WrestleMania. That's all. What is it gotta be? All these fucking matches back and forth and champion versus champion. No title matches. No storyline development. You got Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose being developed on Raw, but it's not being used on Survivor Series. I mean, come on, guys. Like, that is just fucking fucked up. Bottom line. I personally feel that would be a better idea. A lot of entertaining shit can come out of that. And I honestly don't understand it, but whatever. Excuse me for yawning. The show bores me half the time. After that, we had Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. Very good matchup, despite the ending. Charlotte turns into a psychotic bitch and goes apestick. Apparently, she's now the woman who can't get it done anymore and has lost her ways. So she's decided to turn heel and turn into a raving lunatic. Using kendo sticks, chairs, and whatever you can think of, and also possibly breaking Ronda Rousey's neck in the process. But anyway, that was just the whole emphasis at the end of the match. Overall action between these women was fucking outstanding. I mean, I can understand if they go the route for WrestleMania with these two women, but come on, guys. We didn't get to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. They need to give us that match and give the title back to Charlotte and let her win the women's championship, and have Becky Lynch go to Royal Rumble and face Ronda Rousey for the title at Raw. I think that's a great place for Becky Lynch, number one. Number two, it would be a great place for her to take it off one of the top-notch women in professional wrestling right now. I don't care what anyone says to me. If you think that Ronda Rousey sucks, you're a fucking lunatic. You don't know fucking wrestling. You don't know shit. I understand Ronda Rousey's only been in WWE for a very small period of time, but my God, this woman has evolved so quickly and has become a very, very good at her craft. She entertained me throughout this match. Both of these women with their technician wrestling skills, it was outstanding. If you can't appreciate Ronda Rousey, you're fucking nuts. I don't care what she did in the past or what she in UFC, all that shit. What she has done here in WWE, whether you like the fact that she's already women's champion or not, I don't like the idea that she's women's champion already. I think she should have belonged on the Women's Survivor Series team, while another woman being a SmackDown or Raw women's champion should have been representing them. But regardless, that's not here or there. The point being is, with her facing one of the best female wrestlers in WWE right now, outside of a couple of others that might be better than her, Charlotte was a great opponent for her. Becky Lynch, I think, would be just as much of a good opponent, if not better. So, I gotta tell you guys, the match itself, despite the ending, was fucking awesome. 4 out of 5 stars for this motherfucker. Good match. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan is the main event, and then I'm going to close out this video. course, Brock Lesnar was walking away with the victory. I already discussed some of the things I thought, the things that happened in this matchup. Good, solid matchup, especially after the low blow for Daniel Bryan to get back into this match so we actually have a match instead of a one-sided beatdown. At the end of the day, though, Brock Lesnar hit the F5, got the 1-2-3. That was the end of that. And I rate this match a 4 out of 5 stars. So anyway, guys, leave your comments and opinions down below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, guys.